Onside kicking it.
Onside kicking it in the house. What's goody?
Thursday night special. Low key, I'm kind of excited to do a Thursday night special. I feel like we can give a lot better picks on the games as far as the games go.
Onside kicking it in the house. What's goody? Big Echo in here.
There he is.
Oh
man. So yeah, I feel like Thursday night, bro, it's kind of cool right now because a couple of things. Number one, we know a lot of the injuries, where they stand, if they played today, if they practiced. So I feel like our picks are going to be on point.
Thursday for sure. I feel comfortable giving a pick on a Thursday than a Monday.
Exactly.
Injury
I do
reports.
too. I do too.
A whole lot of stuff going on.
Plus, we got a good Thursday night football game tonight, fantasy-wise. God damn.
You have Jalen Hurts.
I do.
Your boy. If you got like Miles Sanders, if you have A.J. Brown, if you have Dameon Pierce.
Dallas Goedert. I got the kicker tonight actually too.
Philly's defense.
Then
you're into it. I think tonight's game is going to be broadcast with like LeBron James and.
I heard about that. Is this the game they're doing
I
it?
think that's the first one. That's going to be cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Is this on Amazon Prime or is this on a whole nother
Amazon
Instagram?
Prime. Amazon Prime.
It is?
But yeah, because the game is on Amazon Prime.
For sure, I know that much.
To watch, right? And I think, well, if you do, you can have the option to watch the standard broadcast or like LeBron in the shop with Maverick Carter. How would you not watch that, right? That'd be
announcer-wise, come on, let's face it, right?
Similar to Monday Night Football, you can watch the regular broadcast, or you can watch the Manning brothers.
100%.
I love watching the Manning brothers, but that's
hey, they're hilarious, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dog. Their chemistry is second to none, bro. Second to none.
Yeah, but picks-wise, Thursday, I think it's a little easier to get into it and kind of get like, ideas of what you like and fantasy-wise.
Absolutely.
Okay, recapping last week 8 or what?
Yeah, let's recap week 8 like we always do, even though we're on a Thursday night special. First things first, actually, if you're tuning in, like and subscribe for those newbies out there. Please don't hesitate to hit us up in the chat, man. It's always a lot of fun when we get to interact with y'all and hear the banter back and forth. Normally we shoot on Mondays at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard. Thank you, Amy. Good looking on the subscription. I appreciate that. But yeah, Mondays at 3 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when we normally shoot. However, Halloween fell on a Monday this week, so we shoot on a Thursday. So thanks for tuning in on late notice. We appreciate you guys. And
maybe Thursday becomes the day. Who knows?
Hey, maybe Thursday becomes the day. On a serious note, man, we talked about it, right? I mean, fuck.
Football.
Maybe we do Mondays and Thursdays. We thought about it all, man. So we'll see. Oscar, what the fuck is popping, homie?
Where's Don B?
What it do, man?
He says, where's Don B?
Hey, I talk to Don Juan all day, every day, man. You talking about Don Juan, right?
Don the Magic Juan.
Yeah, bro. That's my guy right there.
Don.
That's my guy. First place in our league, man. Good looking on subbing, Oscar. Appreciate you, bro. Without further ado, man, let's go. Let's talk about it. Last week.
The first game, Ravens Buccaneers.
Thursday night.
Lamar Jackson, 27-22. Buccaneers lose. I was about to say they won. They lost 27-22. And the question is Tom Brady done, my guy?
I mean, I swear I keep feeling like we've heard this like for the past few years. Even the year they won the Super Bowl. You know, they didn't start off hot, right? Here's my whole thing. Their offensive line is garbage.
Their defense is still not bad, though.
Their defense keeps them in the game, by all means, but their offensive line is garbage. However, the NFC South is garbage.
3-5 is first place.
So they're not out.
Not by any stretch.
I mean, they have a solid second half of the season, and all of a sudden, here we are again.
No, they're not out of it by any stretch, but it does look alarming. I like
agree.
Baltimore to win, but yeah, Tom Brady, I wouldn't count him out just yet. But look at Leonard Fournette, 9 carries for 24 yards. I guess you said the offensive line is trash. So
it is, bro.
I mean, but Mike Evans still got his 6 catches on.
Yeah, but how many targets? Fucking 12.
11 targets. Godwin 6 catches on 11 targets. That's why it's.
And if you look at Brady, bro, honest to God, like he's missing wide open fucking plays, bro.
Yeah,
like,
again, that's can't do it forever. Father time is catching up.
That's the only reason I'm actually even considering the fact that maybe he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you have him in fantasy,
Maybe he is.
relative to fantasy, you're not starting Tom Brady.
No way.
No
You're
way.
streaming a QB off the waiver wires, if anything, by all means.
Yeah. But I'm happy Lamar looked good from the Baltimore side. Lamar, I was a little concerned with 3 bad games in a row. Like, oh no. Is he hit a wall of some sort? But he still went 27 of 38 for 238 and 2 touchdowns. And then he rushes, of course, he didn't get a touchdown, but he had 9 carries for 43 yards. And in that game, Mark Andrews got injured.
Yeah.
Bateman got
shoulder.
injured. Andrews gets injured, Bateman gets injured, they're both out. And for him to still do well like eye test, he looked good. He was throwing some zingers.
I mean, I
around,
think
and
that dude Likely, tight end. I think your brother actually picked him up this
Likely
week.
he did, because
I mean,
Mark
he-
Andrews is questionable this week, and he plays on Monday night. So
Can we talk about it? Likely looked like a receiver.
He's good.
He didn't look like a tight end to me. Figure-wise, the way he was running his routes, like when he got his tug in the back of the end zone, he looked athletic as shit.
And then Baltimore's not going to deviate from what they do. They're going to still go 2-3 tight end packages, and they're going to use Likely. Like, he's not Mark Andrews, but they'll use him like he's Mark
100%.
Andrews. If you have him, if Mark Andrews is out, that's a huge pivot.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about Gus Edwards? I know that he got injured as well. He didn't finish the game.
He's questionable, hamstring. That's it sucks that they play on Monday, because unless you have Kenny and Drake, I don't know,
can't really start him.
Can't feel comfortable starting him. So you guys might want to pivot somewhere else if you have Gus Edwards. But long term, if his hammies okay.
Hey, Shin brought up a good point, the divorce, man. Hey, bro, let me tell you, man, I've been married 10 years this month, and I could not have fucking imagine going through a divorce. I really genuinely can't, man. When we don't have a good time, and, you know, we've had a smooth relationship, don't get it twisted, but in all marriages, there's ups and downs. So when you even have a down segment in your marriage, it's like fucking your world is crumbling,
We talked
especially
about
with
that
kids
last week,
involved.
and for us not to know when your life is in the public spotlight like that.
Couldn't imagine.
And yeah, that's exactly how to deal with that is.
I mean, it's fucking hard, especially work performance. Even for me, dude, I'm doing all these things at the same time, so I get to keep busy and kind of shift my focus off of what type of, you know, social or I guess private life you go through. But he don't have the opportunity to do that. It's public.
Yeah, and from what we had heard, Giselle
Ultimatum.
puts her life on hold.
Right.
No, she makes more money than Tom Brady.
She does.
And Tom Brady should go, but she earned more than he did. She puts her life on hold, raised the children. He said, I'm gonna retire, do my part for the family, and then the itch comes, right? All the motherfucker knows is football. All he knows is to train his brain for the
That whole
the ins and outs
process.
of the training camp, watching footage. This is all you know. This is your life. And then when it's taken away from you when you're done, you have to adjust to that too. And then for him to just be like, okay, well, nah, I'm back in it. I don't know. I can't speak on anyone else's relationship.
It's a good point. You know, Oscar brought up. We talked about it last week.
Exactly.
More and more, it's becoming a reality because I really thought he'd get back to, you know, I thought he'd have a good game.
Hey, still Tom Brady, you can't count him out in games right now where they're going to be big underdogs. Don't want to count out the GOAT just yet, but Father Time.
Shout out to AJ real quick. My guy's in town. I find out today that this guy's in town.
Oh, yeah?
Where's our trio?
That's right.
Sickest fool. Sickest fool. Like as if we can't widen this out, dog. We would have had a fucking threesome today. No homo. God damn.
I guess we'll do that next week, though, huh?
Let's go. Let's run it. What we got, Sunday? Sunday, first game?
That game was in England. Broncos and Jaguars, 21-17. Broncos won. Russell Wilson, late game heroics. That dude takes a lot of flack, too, by the way. But I guess doing high knees on the plane. Motherfuckers are like, dude.
Bro, while everyone else is
homie.
sleeping?
That's, I don't know.
I don't know sometimes if he's trying to be cringe low-key. Like, at this point, I'm like, oh, no, so he's...
Oh, he's very cringy.
Yeah, but I think he's low-key now baiting at this point. Like, there's no way you say, while all my teammates are sleeping, I'm doing high knees. Then you go to London and actually play when you were questionable and might not play. And then not only do you play, but he low-key, he kind of balled. Like, he kind of played pretty well. Man.
He did well. You led him to the late game heroics.
It's the World Series. I'll give you a pass, dog.
The World Series is going on right now. Damn, combined no-hitter yesterday. First time ever there was a combined no-hitter in World Series history.
Only once ever there's been a no-hitter by one pitcher. I never would have imagined
that.
a perfect game, right? Never would have imagined that.
Yeah, it's playoffs. You figure the teams are so much better, good lineups.
Yeah, but never except for one time.
Yeah, but so the Broncos side, outside of Russell coming back, good for him. They're still a mess.
They made a
Dulcich,
trade.
So the tight end, I was talking to my brother about that. Dulcich
Stringing together some games.
He had 4 catches, 87 yards. he looks like he could be something, and then the tight end position is just so weak and so garbage that
You gotta take that risk.
he could be a little, he could be something over
Didn't
there.
they also make a trade? Didn't they trade for someone running back wise? Didn't they just get a running back?
No, I think
They got rid of a lineman, but I think they got a running back, bro. I'm pretty sure the Broncos got like
Latavius Murray and Melvin Gordon were in this game. The trade deadline just passed. It was on Tuesday, so some teams have made some moves.
I'll tell you who it is right now because I know I'm not tripping. Because I was actually looked for him like, yo, really? Like it freed up another team's backs that I was more concerned with. Bronco. Oh, you know what? Jeff Wilson, dog.
Chase Edmonds.
Jeff Wilson.
No, Chase Edmonds.
Oh, that's right. Chase Edmonds went to Miami. Jeff Wilson, went from Miami to Baltimore. Went from Miami to the Broncos.
Chase
Jeff,
Edmonds.
yes. Jeff Wilson went to Miami, dog.
Correct. With his reuniting with his old coach.
And his old fucking running back, Mostert.
Mostert, exactly.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson. So Chase Edmonds, there you go, my fault. So Chase Edmonds moved on and played for the Broncos now, which not for nothing. They're not a fan of Melvin Gordon. Maybe he gets PT. Maybe he gets some time. Who knows?
Davis Murray's the guy there. The Broncos' backfield situation
It's a mess.
The Jaguars are a hot mess too, though. Record-wise, they're 2-6 now. They started out good. They looked like they were going to be something. Trevor Lawrence looks like he's regressing. But if you have Etienne, he's a beast.
Now that they got rid of Robinson to the Jets, I feel like that's a steal.
I'm in 3 leagues. I have Travis Etienne in all 3 leagues, so he's my guy. But I'm taking these L's, man. Last week coming off of an LLL week.
You see, that's kind of fucked up though, because the week prior you told all of us, you lied to everybody. You're like, I'm gonna get 3 losses this week. I lost all, and you actually stole a win at the end. So you know you can't just keep lying to these people.
Oh, two out of, but still lost 2 out of 3 last week, and then a clean sweep on the other side. Wow.
No, yeah, that shit's definitely not fun to lose in all
Etienne is
leagues.
good if you have him. He could be a league winner because they shipped out Robinson and
The Jets.
so like as long as he stays healthy, he's good. The receiving situation, Ingram tight end again.
Ingram's been balling, bro, and you know he had the most potential as a Giant, and just never really did his thing. But athleticism wise, he's like again another one of those Kenny Pitts from the tight end from the Falcons. Pitts, he's definitely a guy that has mad potential, and let's face it, Lawrence likes him. If he stays healthy, that could be a solid ad at the tight end spot. That's so light.
And Oscar, Proposition 26, no, boo. Proposition 27, yes. Full say doesn't look like it's going to pass, but they've been crazier things, as they say. It could be a surprise California initiative where California voters wake up and realize that it's a good measure.
It's good for the economy.
Here I am, I think I'm putting my political hat on now. Telling you that I think it's a good measure because it might help me. I might stand to gain on it. So I'm going to tell you it's a good measure.
Yo, bro.
It says it helps homelessness in America.
On a serious note, though, dog. On a serious note, it's good for the economy, like as California's economy as is, if they were to pass it, because the same way they made marijuana legal, look how much money they're bringing in tax wise for the state, and look, let's face it, our state's in shambles, bro, financially, as is a lot of other states.
Well, the states can tax this.
Right.
How many individuals in California are going to wager if it's legal via smartphones, tablets, etc. Right? You take a percentage of this to raise revenue for the state. Like, how is it not a win-win? It's an inevitability. It's just a matter of time.
Right.
It doesn't pass
I agree
on
with
this.
that. Time.
It doesn't pass on this upcoming election. It will in 2024. I mean, like I said, the Bengals CEO and DraftKings CEO said that they're most likely it will definitely pass in 24. This one,
Long shot now, but
correct.
most likely inevitable down the road. I agree with that.
Correct.
I agree. We'll give you a day to settle in, AJ. That's fine, bro. Next week, though, you back in this bitch, right? All right, after the London game, what was the next one?
Panthers Falcons shootout, sneaky good game. When there's no defense involved, and it's 37-34. Atlanta won.
Who is this guy Foreman, bro? I don't understand how CMC couldn't do any of this. And on basically a bunch of second string players, this guy's balling every week, bro.
26 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
Guess who's playing Foreman in all 3 leagues?
You were going up against him in all three.
I mean, that's how you took.
Well, that's how you take L's. Exactly, bro. You got an RB that puts up 3 touchdowns at 100 and some odd yards.
And Kamara went off too. Boy, we did that game. Foreman looks like a beast, man.
What the
26
fuck?
carries. But Chuba Hubbard will come back, and then he will eat into his playing time a little bit. But he's out of nowhere. I guess.
I mean, but will Chuba Hubbard really eat into his? I mean, if this guy's putting up 5 yards a carry in multiple touchdown games, I mean, even last week he put up 100 plus and had a TD. And
yeah, but this doesn't make any sense though.
Doesn't make any sense.
Is not good at football. They're trying with him, and he's doing nothing. He looks like a bust.
I think that's another reason why, though, right? You expect CMC to get the ball, you're zoned in on him. This guy Foreman just keeps, coming out of nowhere. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And then with PJ Walker, who was not a heralded quarterback, he's brought back DJ Moore. So if you had DJ
Relevance,
Moore,
100%.
If you dropped him, it's understandable, damn near. But if you're holding on to DJ Moore, like hoping he does something, he looks like he's balling.
100%.
152 yards and a touchdown, though he did have a huge penalty that cost him the game.
Yeah.
Again, sorry if you got a Carolina money line or.
He took his helmet off though,
and
it makes it a longer extra point. They missed the extra point. Now, in his defense, they ended up getting the ball and possessing it in OT and just didn't do anything with it. But that's it. Kick that fucking extra point and it's over.
A lot of blame to go around though. I mean, he missed that 48-yard extra point, but then he had a chip shot in overtime.
I know.
Like
He missed the chip shot.
And he misses that.
But again, though, if he didn't have the penalty and they kick that extra point and they make it, it doesn't come down to him missing that chip shot. But it did. It came down to
hey, you stupid bitch, kicker, kick the fucking 30-yard
field goal,
bro.
I know.
You mother.
Hey, but on a serious note, though, he felt so sick to his stomach.
He did.
Can you imagine?
He was coming off, he had his earrings in, the kicker. He has these nice diamond earrings in. He looked good.
He's getting those yanked in the.
He's like, dang, dog, I missed, I'm mad. What are you supposed to do? It's gotta be.
Especially that was for first place in the NFC South.
I played baseball back in the day, and it's like that feeling if you take pride in your defense, and if you make an error, you just feel like you're on an island by yourself.
Oh, for sure, dog. For sure.
As a kicker in the NFL too, you don't do nothing, homie. Like, not to be mean, bro. Like,
kickers have the worst job in the world.
What do you do? What kind of practice do you have on the side right there? Kick the ball through the goalpost, bro.
Kickers have the worst job in the world.
Poor guy, though. Yeah.
They got one job. They got one job. They're called upon, and they're expected to make it every time.
Exactly.
And no one's perfect. And sure enough, they miss it, and then it's like that's your one job.
Yeah,
you make it, and it's like, all right, good shit.
Yeah, and the winner loss hinges on that. Yeah, that game though,
That extra point though, man, I can't. I don't understand this whole thing. How are the Falcons winning when they throw the ball like 20 times? Like less than 20.
Exactly.
It's not like they have great defense. I never understand these games. I look at the final score and I'm like,
stats. Kyle Pitts, do you trust him though?
No.
He had 5 catches, 80 yards for a touchdown.
I still don't trust him.
I cannot. That's like it's
no way. That's his best game of the year. Yards, targets, and score.
Yeah, Drake London was balling earlier, but only 4 catches for 31 yards. Again, it's hard to trust any Atlanta.
When is Cordell Patterson coming back?
He should be coming back within the next couple weeks.
2 weeks?
I think 1 or 2 weeks.
I got him in my IR slot in another league, and I've been just waiting for this guy.
Yeah, you plug him in, and then he's about good. The next game was Bears-Cowboys.
Bears and Cowboys. Let's talk about the Cowboys.
49-29 Cowboys stomped out the Bears. But you want to talk about the Cowboys?
Yeah, first things first.
When Zeke didn't play and Tony Pollard looked amazing.
First things first, you got to really start to analyze Pollard over Zeke. Yards per carry, explosiveness.
14 carries, 131 yards.
He's doing this off 14 carries, bro.
That's ridiculous.
It's honestly, it's absurd. I feel like, why doesn't this guy want to go and play for another squad?
That's
he would be a starter on any other team.
Well, for fans and stuff that watch games and then say, like, don't you see what we see?
Right, I don't understand it.
Fan plays with their heart a little bit, but don't you kind of see?
No, I'm not a Cowboy fan. I watch the guy put up every time. If you look at his yards per carry, it's higher than Zeke by like a yard.
Oh, by far.
He's got more touchdowns than him now.
Yeah. And I get the argument that he's not the physical runner that Zeke is. Zeke
I
is
get that too.
And use it, but then still, okay, put Zeke in.
Third and short. Yeah, 4th and 1, goal line, sure.
Should be Pollard. I agree. Maybe they see it, maybe they don't. Mike McCarthy is a questionable coach at best.
I know, but even Jimmy Jones, whatever, dude, he's like, we don't have a running back controversy. It's still Zeke, and that's that.
Jerry
What?
Jones, man.
I think he's running it
acknowledging
ultimately.
that he's running out of time. That's got to be a different thing to deal with too. Realizing you're coming to the end of your life, and you're a billionaire, you got all the money in the world, but like, no, my light is getting dimmer. I'd
Hey
love to have
man,
a
let's
Super Bowl.
let's hope.
Mug's a Cowboy fan.
Let's
so-
hope one day though we can even get to the point where we can even say, "Yo, my light's getting dim," because that shit can happen at any
at
given
any
time,
moment.
man.
Exactly. At any
Craziness.
moment. Yeah,
But look at their score, 49 points, bro.
CeeDee Lamb is your WR1.
CeeDee Lamb's beasting.
577 and a touchdown. Schultz is a good tight end, 674, no touchdown. But yeah, if you got CeeDee Lamb, he's good. He's your WR1.
And I feel like if you got Pollard, he's definitely flexible at this point.
Yeah,
Like, must
absolutely.
start at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Because even with Zeke in there, he's getting his,
Yeah, because Zeke, I would rather start Pollard over Zeke at this point. I mean, if you don't have better options than Zeke, you're going to roll with him. But yeah, if I had to choose, I think I'm going Pollard.
no doubt about it, bro.
Especially with the big play capability. I might need him over if you're in a situation where you need down 15, 20, 30 points. Pollard might be the home run hitter. at
Right,
this
he's
point.
got the ability to his ceiling
Yeah.
time, man.
Going on the Bear side, dude, Justin Fields looks like he's really ascending.
And what did they do for
Like,
Justin Fields?
And they got Claypool. Yeah, and you know what? But it's
That's actually a
bizarre.
really good fit for him because that's the guy that's 6'3", 6'4", your fade routes, your third and 15, and he can run a dig across the middle for
catch
you.
and jump balls.
He can get you those 50-50 balls, and to be quite honest with you, the Bears haven't had that in a really long time.
I would be looking personally in a lot of overs in Chicago games now.
Right. They
Justin
lost
Fields
it.
looks good.
They lost a linebacker, so now their defense is open.
Their best rusher and their best linebacker.
Gone.
Roquan Smith and what's the guy's name that they traded to the Eagles?
Roquan Smith.
We'll figure it out. So
He went to the Ravens, Roquan
to
Smith.
the Eagles. Roquan Smith to the Ravens.
Oh, they had another trade as
And
as
another
well?
trade, a phenomenal pass rusher. Its name is slipping my mind. But he went to the Eagles. So they're short. They're shipping away the
defense.
good defensive players, but they're adding to the offense. So
Overs
you
are
got
looking
the-
juicy.
Overs looking juicy, and
I think one more week they gotta wait.
shootouts.
I think
Yeah.
one more week you gotta wait for Chase.
'Cause they're both getting the rushing. Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery. Herbert,
Herbert's
he looks
doing
like
the
a much
Pollard.
better-
Herbert's doing the
Correct.
Pollard to the Zeke
Exactly.
of Montgomery for
So
sure.
Herbert 16 carries, 99 yards and a touchdown. Montgomery 15 carries, 53 yards.
Yeah.
No touchdown.
Montgomery's 3 yards per carry. That's all you're
Correct.
getting.
And Herbert's 6.2 a carry. You got to look at that right there too.
And scoring.
Correct. And again, Fields looks good. See, in our league, Troy Boy picked up Fields. I have Lamar in all three leagues, and Lamar's bye is on the 10th, week 10. Justin Fields, week 10, plays the Detroit Lions, dog.
That's when you're playing Troy?
I'm not playing Troy, but that's when I would have picked up
That's when you would
Fields.
have had him.
Correct.
Because you would have been like, yo, week 10, this is who I'm playing.
Right. For a great filler for Lamar.
I traded for Dak, of course, for
Mini
my
Lamar.
week 7 buy, and that fucking
But that's not bad to rely on them there. I mean,
cost me on that one.
Right, it's not bad. And then the next game, the points on the board, Dolphins.
I think
Lions.
Dak's going to actually have the best opportunity he's ever had because I don't think he's had a defense like this in his entire career.
No,
I don't think the Cowboys have had a defense like this since,
No,
I don't
he's
even
not.
know, bro, Leon Lett days, bro.
No, he is not. And again, I love the whole the Cowboys fans get it tough, the whole Stephen A. Smith shtick and
Sure.
all that. But this is, if you're a Cowboy fan, this is definitely
Your best chances.
Your best chance, absolutely.
I think we see Niners and Cowboys rematch of all time.
Bro, that's gonna be.
And
I
you
like
got
it.
CMC,
They played them tough too when they played
do.
the Eagles with
Cooper Rush.
They played them tough.
Yeah.
And now with Dak being back, yeah, that's gonna be a great.
That rematch is gonna be
with
nasty.
The NFC East, that's gnarly right there. Yeah, I can't wait.
That's a good division, man.
Yeah. As a non-Cowboy fan, I don't mind. I like the drama. I like to see him get so close. I don't root against them. It's like, what's gonna happen?
It's like, yet again.
The slippage of that. Oh my god.
Because
If
it's
you're a Cowboy
always,
fan,
as a Cowboy fan, you always have the hope, and somehow it always gets shattered one way or another.
some freakish.
Week 1 playoffs, or divisional round playoffs, or wild card
Yeah,
weekend.
Cowboys lost the Cowboys as well. Well, even
that's
the
right.
Des Bryant catch that was not a catch, and the Romo slipping of that extra point. Oh my goodness, so close yet so far, huh? But
They've
it's
had
okay.
some,
This could be their year. This could be their year.
No, I think
Low-key,
honestly, I think
that's
the
why-
Eagles.
Prop bets. That's why I like to get into those little things, future bets that people
Sure.
go to Vegas and lay down on. That one is not. I don't know what it is at, but if it was like let's say it's
7-1, 8-1,
But I was
12 to
gonna,
1.
if it's at least 10-1, if I'm getting at least 10-1, and maybe it should be even better than that, hey, that might not be something to look into and be like,
I agree with that.
you know?
I agree with
some
that.
favorites, it looks like it's going to be the Bills and the Chiefs
Right.
playing, and then, but
You got Bills, Chiefs, you
like I
got
said, with
Eagles.
that defense
I
that
think
the Cowboys have,
I think a sleeper like that type of bet, Dolphins, bro.
yeah.
When
well,
Tua has started and finished, they've won every game, including against the Bills.
Nice little segue there, huh? Because that's the next game.
Is it?
Little segue.
I knew that though. That's,
You're on your
that's what I
analyst
did.
skills right there, on your sports center anchor skills.
I was just luck. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was luck.
Well,
So what was it?
Miami
Dolphins.
and Lions, 31-27. Points galore, but you gotta love that, man.
This is what I gotta point out.
This the
The Dolphins have been down by 28 points, by 2 touchdowns against the Ravens in the fourth quarter. They let the Lions get off to a hot start. They've won a gritty game against the Bills. That was a lower scoring game. When Tua starts and finishes, bro, they have the arsenal. Like, it reminds me of the Chiefs a couple years back, the year they won, actually.
Oh, these guys are
You're
unstoppable.
never out of it.
Oh, it's like
Waddle,
you're in the
Reek, you're never out of it. And getting Jeff Wilson, look, Mostert's been doing pretty good.
Mostert's a beast.
I got to be
Yeah,
honest
he's
with
good.
you.
He's good.
But Jeff Wilson, in my opinion,
got the insurance in case
is
anything
not
happens
only the
to
best
him.
insurance policy, but I think that they're going to compete over the job.
Yeah, and then you know his system, and in football, he comes from Mike McDaniel's
Same
system.
coach.
It's not going to take him hard to get into. Side note, I love the Dolphins this week. They're playing the Bears.
I like
but
that
it's
too.
like, I love the
I like
Dolphins.
that too.
And I like the Bears. Oh, excuse me, I like the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins
And the over.
and the over.
Yeah.
I might do it separately, but
Yeah.
because again, we just talked about the Bears
Yeah.
getting some points up
What's
there
the
now.
spread on that game?
Miami's favored by like 6, I believe. And the over-under is 45.5.
Yeah, I like that. They're
what
they're
I
not going to
think that-
have Claypool ready to go like that. You
Yeah.
know, he'll run some routes, don't get it twisted. He might even score a TD, but I think Dolphins will actually annihilate them.
And yeah, 45.5. unless
No
you lose that
defense?
during the week. That's only if you can figure they get to 22 each, 21 each. You
The only
get
thing
it
that
done there.
scares me is they have been in close games every week also.
Correct. And it's football, man. You got to understand when that's why they call it a bet, and that's why it's a 50-50 proposition a lot of times. You could make the right read, and a team's driving all the way down. They have an 8-minute drive where they're running the ball. They're on the first and goal on the 4. Fumble. Ball goes into the end zone, right? So that's how it
Risk
happens.
management.
Exactly, it happens. And, the
And
read's not
everything
wrong.
you do, risk
Correct.
management.
Exactly. Lives and second halves and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, the Miami, the receivers, man. Tyreek
Waddle, Hill.
12 for 188.
Don't sleep on
8
Gesicki, bro.
106. Gesicki's coming, catching a touchdown.
Don't sleep on him.
Yeah, dude. The Miami, you got pieces of the Miami, the offense. You're in a good spot.
Wilson and
Yeah, and
Edmonds
then with
now.
Detroit, they're 1-6.
And Miami's defense is starting to kind of gel
Oh.
again now that they're getting healthy.
They traded for Bradley Chubb. That's
Yep.
why I said I like
From the Bronx. Bro,
From the
Chubb is a
Broncos.
beast,
best
bro.
edge rusher in the AFC. And again, what does that do for the morale of the team?
Morale, what does it do for turnovers? What does it do for defenders that can, you got to
It's
think.
not just physically helping the team.
Right, now
They
you
were
can
saying
get the timing off.
They got him to go after Mahomes
Yep.
and Allen.
Yep.
They need someone to bring those boys down.
100%.
They get Chubb, and that's what physically is going to make their defense better. But as a fan, if you're a Dolphins fan, or you're on the Dolphins team.
And don't forget, bro, they got Xavier Howard,
shit.
bro.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Dude's a
Management is going for it, dog. They all in. They signed him to an extension right away,
Yep.
too. So management's
Yep.
showing us they're going for it. Let's go.
Yep. I
not.
think that's the sleeper of, back to the whole,
Yeah,
Cowboys a
value.
good sleeper, 10-1 maybe
Yeah,
even on it.
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
think Dolphins might even be, just based upon their record alone, maybe even 14, 16-1 type shit, dude.
Some great value there. No, for
Huge,
real.
right?
I'll have to look into that. Next time I go to Vegas,
Yeah.
I'm going to Vegas soon. I'll have to
Put
look
that
at
on mine.
And Detroit Lions, I think what they have become is a home and road split. If you look at their last games, if I remember I was reading somewhere like that, they got shut out to New England when they went there. And then
in Foxborough.
they come back home, they light up the scoreboard.
Instantly, right off the gate.
Correct. When they go on the road, they're not as...
Maybe it's even deeper than that. Maybe it's turf,
That, and then Amon-Ra was injured.
right?
DeAndre Swift was injured.
Right, which they finally got him back
They got
to,
them
so
back.
that was huge.
They got them back, and then they just traded Hawkinson.
Yeah,
So
and
Detroit
that's
now
crazy
they
to the
break
Vikings,
to
bro.
Interdivision rival. That's why I like the Vikings sneaky. Oh, they're 6-1. They're a sneaky good team too. But we'll get to them in a second. 'Cause I don't know if you can't trust Kirk Cousins. But yeah, if you have the Detroit offense,
You like that? I fuck with Kirk sometimes, bro, but not.
Yeah, if you have
Glad he ain't
Amon-Ra,
my
that should
Yeah.
be good for Detroit. And
QB. Getting rid of Hawkinson's kind of confused me though. I mean, like, I guess they're.
Yeah, well, that goes into the next game. As you said, the Vikings. The Vikings beat the Cardinals 34-26.
I really thought Cardinals were going to take them out, getting D-Hop back for the second week now.
Which, by the way, is an absolute beast. If there were any concerns over, like, if he's going to come back.
Dude, I remember you talking to me about trading this guy. I'm like, you didn't wait 4
I
or
almost
5
traded
weeks,
him.
dog?
Thank goodness.
D-Hop?
Thank goodness I didn't trade him away. My, oh my.
No, I'm glad you thought about that one because I think that's a fantasy winner.
12
People
catches
that held
for
him.
159 and a touchdown.
Target hog.
13 targets. The catches
The
12.
Devontae Adams when he played with Rodgers.
Bro, when you see that catch, if you were watching the game, and you see his touchdown with that one hand, it's like he ain't even open. Homie ain't even open. You just throw it in his direction. He just whoop with that left hand.
His hands are top 3.
Second to none. Second to
Yeah.
none. Best hands probably in the game.
Yeah.
So I like Kyler now though too. Kyler Murray, 31-44 for 326,
I do too.
3 touchdowns. He's starting to run a little
I think
more.
once they get Hollywood back,
Oh, they're explosive.
that becomes unstoppable.
They're explosive. And I
Because
like that.
Connor's due. He hasn't played yet. He might play this week. When Connor comes back and they got the person that got him 18 touchdowns last year.
Pollard.
Now you got Hollywood.
Pollard,
Yeah, you got
Pollard.
Hollywood and Hopkins, bro. Like that just opens up everything with Ertz.
Correct, and Rondale Moore is actually balling too.
Balling.
If you have playing a full PPR league,
I think
you should
his-
have had already Rondale Moore, 7 catches
Absolutely.
for 92 yards and a touchdown. He might go down a little bit when
Hollywood
comes back, but still, pieces of the Arizona offense are looking like they're clicking at the
Honest
right
to
time
God,
right now
bro.
too.
Honest to God, bro.
Yeah,
It's a
they
solid
look good.
ass team.
They look good. And on the Vikings side, I mean, see, Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. He'll always give you this solid 24 of 36, 232, 2 touchdowns, no
He's
interceptions.
very efficient.
Efficient.
But when
Good.
it comes down to winning the game,
Prime time. I don't know if I want Kirk Cousins on prime time.
right?
I mean, Dalvin looks like he's back. 20 carries, 111.
You know what
touchdown.
though? His tight end hasn't really ever been.
They had the weakest tight end. They had the
Always
weakest-
though, it seems like they look like they should. Irv, what's his name?
Irv Smith Jr.
Yeah, Irv Smith Jr. He
Not
looks
by now.
like he could be like the. It's
They-
like a Pitts syndrome, but
they
Hawkinson.
got Hawkinson. So they upped their team a lot. In the area that they were weak, they went and got
And
TJ
that's what you
Hawkinson.
need. Kirk Cousins needs like a
Something like
Heath
that.
Miller, like a fucking,
Yeah.
he needs that guy, that Zach Ertz that can really rely on in those crucial moments.
I
So
like
with
the Vikings
Hawkinson,
offense a lot. I like the offense a lot actually. Dalvin being Dalvin, you got Justin Jefferson and Thielen still balling.
and I read something, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, bro, but I heard Jay Jetta, bro. This guy hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1.
Wow. Is that true?
Correct me if I'm wrong. TZ will know of all people, but
Yeah, you're right.
he hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1, and they're still 6-1.
That's unbelievable.
That's unbelievable, dog.
unbelievable. I'm looking at it right here, but you know what? But he's still producing.
Oh no,
though.
for sure he'll get his 8 catches, 100 yards every fucking game.
Yeah.
He's balling. He's like 3rd in the league yards
Correct.
receptions. He's
Because
just
the
not
game
getting in the end
before,
zone.
you're right. Yeah, the game before,
Yeah.
this game he had 6 catches.
And I
for
think he had
98.
2 or 3 week 1.
Yeah, or they had correct. He went off week 1, then but the next 2 weeks he did nothing.
Shut
Everyone was
down.
worried, and then now he's back.
Back to his 10 and 100
Yeah, it was that game against the Lions. He only had 3 catches for 14 yards.
yards. Yeah.
But then since then, 10 catches, 147, 12 catches, 154, 6 for 107, 6 for 98.
Yeah, I saw that. He's
Touchdown
averaging
regression.
almost 9 receptions a game and over 110 yards per game in the last all season. But touchdown regard, like you said, he's due now.
Yeah, exactly.
I traded Kamara last week, and I even said it on here. I was like, yo, Kamara's about the beast. He has 0 touchdowns on the year. It's only a matter of time, and the dude gets his reception and his rushing touchdown first of the year and multiple TDs. So
Well, there you go. That's the good.
Jay
segue.
Jetta is that a good segment? Are we into the Saints now?
Same way. Saints Raiders is the next game up there. So with Kamara, 24-0.
That was actually really
Maybe
shocking.
I'm
to
happy
me.
Jay Bird might not be here, hopefully. And I don't want to say anything bad about the Raiders, It's when your boys love a team. I don't want to insult them and stuff, but
No, you can't kick him when they're down. J-Bo definitely in the trenches right now, but he definitely tunes in half the time, so we won't
what
kick him when he's
happened
down.
with the
But
Raiders, man? To the Saints, my guy? 0? I don't know how they say. I don't think they've been shut out in fucking 30
what I don't
years.
understand about it is like, why? Like Renfro, bro, has dropped Jay Bird. Tell me about Renfro, bro. Like,
Jay
what
Bird,
happened to
oh,
Henry,
dude.
my guy? Take it easy. No bullshit though, Renfro, bro. He was looking so nasty. I figured with Devontae Adams, and I know he went down earlier in the year, Renfro, but I figured with Devontae Adams, like that would give him like that that Cole Beasley, like that
They were all
slash player, dog. They were all
No,
jacked.
you know what? If I'm a Raider fan, I cannot stand McDaniels.
You're
That, you know what I mean? I got to
As
say
a- as
that
a-
guy. What's wrong with the coach, Jay Bird? It's got to be him having to take the responsibility. Like that's gonna win over everybody to say, "Oh,
right. Let me
thank you,
take
man."
the accountability, but
Yeah, if they're not ready, because what? What are you doing, McDaniels? Right? Like you little weirdo coach. He left Belichick. I want to give you this
for
story,
sure.
right? Like he took a job with another team,
Yeah.
but then was like, no, the Colts.
yes.
But then he backed out. Was like, no,
actually, I wanna stay here.
Yeah, I want to stay here with Bill. Billy.
It's Bill.
Yeah, Billy tells me what to do, you know. And I got Tom Brady, so he goes back over there and fucking, you know, seems to be good. When he comes back, gets his own job, and it's like, what's going on here? They're a good team. They have a good team. Their car is soft. Something happened. What about look? My complete defense side. I
dead, bro.
did well last week, all right? I did okay. Always be happy with the win. But had the Raiders won, the cleanup would have been real. Had the game went over, the cleanup would have been real.
Yeah.
Would have been some
That was
good
in all
monopoly
your
money.
parlays, no?
All of them, but all of them, and that's why it was disappointing to watch that. Like, what is going on here?
Right.
There's got to be some internal.
Their
something.
car is soft though. Jay Bird's right, dude. He
The
puts up those.
mascara bleeding into his eyes again. Or
He
something.
puts that stats games up. You look. My cousin always says this. My cousin's a diehard Raider fan, Randy. He's always like, "Yo, bro, don't trip. We'll lose it somehow." Every game, I just see him texting in our thread, and I'm like, "Yo, dog, like."
We talked about
It's
this.
like this.
When we talked about their schedule, bro, you're 2-4. You got the soft spot of the schedule coming up right now. You rattle off 3, 4, 5 wins in a row.
And all of a sudden,
there
you're
with the
right there in
Chiefs
the
and
wild
Chargers.
card.
Yeah, exactly, right there. And I don't know.
Especially this year, teams are beating each other up. We have one undefeated team after week 6 at that point.
Devontae Adams might have been injured, they said, or something like that, but nah, homie, I don't know. The best receiver in the game, if not 1, 2, 3, top 3 receivers
Top 3
in the
for
game,
sure.
right? One catch for 3 yards, my guy. Something is up.
No, there's
Was
something
Derek
wrong,
Carr
like,
was
there's-
injured? You know, but then no, that's why we say again, it's all could be a fugaz. The Saints D had started to just crumble. Right? They're getting thrown on
Yeah.
left and right, and there's no Marshawn Lattimore, my
Right.
guy.
Right.
Right? Like
Right.
they should be feasting, and then you
Right.
come out and you just lay such a goose egg. I was like, there's got to be something up. That
No, there's
the
definitely
public is
like
not privy to.
yeah, there's
something
definitely
there
like
that
a
we don't know.
fight. You know,
Correct.
someone's had an affair with someone else, or something happened in that game.
Something.
I mean,
something went down exactly.
in that organization.
Right?
But the coach is obviously awful as well. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Top 5.
On the Saints side, though, you said Kamara's back.
Kamara's back. I mean, he's been there, bro. He's been putting up, good 100 yards. He's got his,
3
some
TDs, 18
catches.
carries. Yeah, he's
Dalton's
back.
giving him some catches. I actually have a lock of the week, actually. Ravens versus the Saints Monday Night Football, because we know how Dalton plays in primetime.
Oh, you like
And he's played against the AFC his whole career. And the same way he had a horrible time last time he played on primetime. Ravens D are scoring a touchdown. That's my
Oh, okay.
That's
I
my prop.
was gonna lean toward Baltimore. I like
Baltimore. Yes. Andy Dalton is quarterbacking for the Saints. He can't play on primetime. He literally has the worst winning percentage except for one other person. It's like 250. This is his 12. Yeah, this is his 12 in a row. 12 in a row road games he's lost on primetime.
Oh, bro, I told you with the trade that the Ravens made, getting
Now they're gonna
Roquan.
sack the shit out of him 8 times.
Yeah, I like Ravens a lot.
Ravens are smashing that
Lock of the
game.
weeks right there. Yeah.
Lock of the week, lock it. Ravens. What's the spread? I don't even care.
Like,
What is it?
2 points there.
Yeah,
for that.
Ravens are winning by 7 or more in that game.
I like it.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. The next game, that's why I like this game a lot. I thought this was easy call. Patriots beat the Jets 22-17. I
22-17, Patriots beat the Jets. Yeah, this was kind of weird for me because the Jets have been
Low
really
scoring
playing
game.
very well, and I'm like, you can't keep knocking them.
But the Patriots, you got to
The
look
Patriots
at
are
those.
just the
They got
Patriots.
embarrassed the week before on
Yeah.
Monday Night Football. They got blown out by the Bears, right? So that
Which was confusing.
A well-coached team will always bounce back after they get humiliated. It's a Colin Cowherd rule. Adopted that. It is a good little notion.
Inside.
A well-coached team that's plays well, humiliated. They'll come back and at least play well. The
Belichick is the
rule,
king.
The rule was the Steelers. Remember the Steelers and Bills?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The very next week, I said the reason why I like the Steelers, and they won the game outright,
Outright.
against the Bucks. But
Yeah.
saying like a well-coached team will
Comes
come
back
back and
after
they will
that.
show some resolve. And I just like them to cover the spread, let alone win the game outright.
So here's what kind of bugs me out, bro. Here's what bugs me out. You have Belichick, who against like rookie QBs or second, third year QBs. He
Monster.
demolishes them.
Eats them up for lunch.
And so you look at, that's the one thing about the Jets game that kind of had me like, yeah, now Patriots I think they're going to handle business. Because Wilson, you know, is fairly new in the league, was his second year? Third year?
Yeah.
Second
year.
Yeah, second year, and he didn't even start all games, obviously. You had Flacco starting early on, so I don't know.
No insurance on the locks.
No insurance on the
No
locks.
insurance, gotta do them.
Pick those up at your own risk management, but that's my lock of the
Risk
week.
management 101.
Yeah. Can't come at me if you pick something I say. If anything, you should lace us and go the
Yeah,
opposite.
this game is nothing to be speaking of. You got Ramondre Stevenson, he's an RB1.
Sure.
But otherwise, Jacoby Myers is good. 9 catches, 60 yards, and a TD. You got him. You could start him with confidence if you're weak on the receivers. The Jets, though, yeah, Wilson did not look good. Michael Carter was the waiver wire ad for Brees Hall, but I was just
And then
saying,
all of a sudden
he's not Brees Hall.
Yeah, not only is he not
Yeah.
Brees Hall, but they also traded for Jets just got Robinson.
Correct.
James Robinson.
Correct.
So if anyone, I want Robinson on the
Yeah.
Jets.
But on him, only 5 carries for 17 yards.
First game in.
So first game.
First game in, I think he picks up.
give him some
If I'm
time.
picking up a running back for the Jets fantasy wise, I'm for sure going with James Robinson because to start off the year, James Robinson was actually balling,
Yeah.
and then
First
Edson
game,
or whatever took his fucking
took his spot.
yeah,
Let the better guy play.
right.
Right? So like in the next game was your Steelers, not the best game against Philly, 35-13, but bittersweet for you because you have Jalen.
This was the first
A.J.
time
Brown.
in my entire life that I watched my Steelers get scored on.
And not mine that much.
And it fucking bothered me. But here's the deal for those of you that don't remember last week or that are new, I made a trade, and I gave up Kamara, right? First game not having Kamara, of course he put up his 3 touchdowns, but I got Aaron Jones. I also got AJ Brown, and I gave up Goddard. AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts are my guys, and the first 3 touchdowns, 25+ yard receptions on all 3 of them.
6
were
catches
to
for
AJ.
156 and 3 touchdowns.
So it really did hurt less. It was like, oh my God, that better be AJ Brown. Okay, at least it's AJ Brown. Fuck, okay. But just to see my team fall apart like that on defense, where Minka Fitzpatrick, who's like a GOAT, he was just a step behind every single fucking ball.
Yeah, but Philly is a buzzsaw right now too, though, man. They just.
I told you this I'm been telling you,
7-0.
we've been talking about this, bro.
Yeah.
You can't stop them because if you come up and try to plug the box,
So just go over.
not only that, bro, Jalen Hurts makes reads like, I'm going to hand it off. No, I'm not going to hand it off. I'm going to run it. You know what? Actually, I'm going to throw it. All in the RPOs, all in the same motion.
Well,
That's
sounds-
fucking hard to
yeah,
guard,
like
bro.
Cameron, I'm a big Jalen fan. I love Jalen Hurts.
Decision
He
making,
carries
dog?
himself, and bro, how much incrementally better
He's
gotten
grown?
in a short time is just mind blowing. Like if I said in college to be having Tua play over him and going to Oklahoma to being like he doesn't really throw well, he's only gonna run, and just the decisions that he makes, it's just like
I think he might have low-key, like, top 5 football IQ quarterback-wise right now in the league, dog. Because the reads he's making that's not just, like, instinctual, bro. He understands, like, oh, defense
Reading
is
the
sucking
defense
up.
well,
All
absolutely.
right, I can carry this myself and counters it. He realizes, oh, shit, they're blitzing. Fuck it, I'm going to fake the handoff. I'm just going to dump over to Goddard.
yeah.
And then he knows, oh, one-on-one coverage of AJ Brown. I'll take my chances. Like, in live time, he's making fucking reads that are second to none right now.
No, he's Jalen Hurts is the one right now. Outside of Allen, who do you take? Jalen.
Yeah, outside of Allen, for sure I'm taking him.
James.
Justin Herbert, Josh Herbert, no way.
Steelers side not much. He said they're going through the rough patch. They just traded Claypool.
I think Warren needs to be involved more because for whatever reason, Najee Harris is just not
Looks better.
explosive.
6 carries, 50 yards. Warren, Najee, 8 carries, 32 yards. So,
Again, yards per carry, he's out diamond fucking Najee all day. He's way more explosive. But you know, we did get a cornerback, which I was actually happy about, Smith from the Commanders. And so at least we didn't just ship off Claypool. I think Claypool was starting to throw his helmet. He's starting to really have that chip on his shoulder. Wasn't really meshing. And let's face it, George Pickens played wide out his whole career. They're forcing him to play slot when Claypool's there. I felt like the chemistry just wasn't there with Claypool and Pickett anyway. After his first 2 interceptions he had were both to Claypool, both hit his palms. You know, it's like they just weren't really feeling it anymore.
Yeah,
So
fresh start for both sides.
here's the irony, though. Ready? You know Marcus Wheaton, obviously, my boy, bro. Marcus Wheaton is number 11 on the Steelers, has dreads, the whole 9 yards, right? Claypool, number 11, dreads, whole 9 yards, right? Where'd Marcus get traded to? The Bears.
Chicago, wow.
And now all of a sudden I'm like, yo, Money Dog, your doppelganger is getting
Wow.
traded to the Bears also.
Deja vu right
And he's
now.
number 11
Wow.
too. Like, what the fuck is
That's what
that?
you're for, right? Yeah.
I swear to you, bro,
That's
doppelgangers
hard.
out
You
there,
can't
bro.
make that stuff up, huh?
What are the odds of that, bro?
Random coincidence, huh?
Can y'all manage my fantasy account? Yeah, dude, for sure, dude. It's $9.99 a week. No, I'm playing. Oscar, hit us up. You know that, bro. By the way, Onside Kicking It. That's at Onside Kicking It, what you see at the top. That's for Twitter. That's for Instagram. That's for TikTok. Yes, fantasy advice all day on a serious note. For those of you that really do want to know who to start and sit, please DM us, hit us up, whatever platform you're on. And we'd love to shoot the shit and tell you who we're rocking with.
And make sure you mention it when you win, but don't say anything if you lose.
Yeah, if we make the right decision and help you out in your fantasy, then yes, talk about it, retweet it, share it. But if we're wrong, just what do we got, man?
Next game, Titans, Texans. There's nothing to speak on there besides King Henry.
Derrick Henry
17
owns
10.
Houston, bro.
Owns them.
200 yards 4 times in a row.
32 carries for 219 and 2 touchdowns.
4 games in a row, he's rushed over 200 yards against the
How
squad.
do you do that?
That's got to be a record beyond record.
That's really difficult to do. He's tied
That's
with
got to be a
most-
record.
Most games of 200
200 or
more carries.
and who is it? Walter Payton?
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, yeah,
Like, someone else. O.J. Simpson and, I'll say Gale Sayers or something.
Golly, man. Hey, Derrick Henry is the king. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Damian Pierce is okay for Houston, but yeah, they're just a mess. And Brandon Cooks is not going to play now, and they got nothing to speak
Yeah,
about.
what
I
happened
don't
with
even
this whole
know
Brandon
who's on-
Cooks?
I don't even know who's on the Houston
Did Brandon Cooks get told like he was gonna get traded or something,
Yeah,
and then he just
really
never
upset.
really got traded? Yeah, dude, I heard, I
That's
saw
why he's
him.
not going to play tonight for them. So he's
He
already
just decided
ruled
I'm
out.
not.
Oh, like, yeah, coaching staff said go home, I guess, or he's disgruntled.
He tweeted something like, yo,
Yeah.
man, y'all take my kindness for a weakness,
Exactly.
and this is what y'all get. Like,
Exactly.
I was like, whoa. As soon as the trade deadline hit, I was like, yo, this dude's
Tennessee
mad.
was starting a rookie, Malik Willis.
Right?
It looked like it. 6 for 10 for 55 yards. I mean, that's Pat Mahomes' first drive numbers.
Hey, I like Willis though. In college, dude, was it Virginia Tech? He did?
I'm not sure he went, but I like what he's made of too. You gotta give him some time. His first career
Where's
start.
Willis from? Dude, he balled in college, dude.
First
I mean, I
career
think,
start,
dude,
you
yeah, I think, why
Yeah.
not? Let's see what this guy's got, bro.
Another kind of like wish-washy nothing game, the Commanders-Colts. That Titans 17-10, Commanders-Colts was 17-16.
And Matt Ryan gets benched before the game.
For
Like,
Ellinger, yeah, man, that's tough because Jonathan Taylor now is the consensus number 1
hey,
pick.
hold on a second. Can we talk about the Commanders though? They had Wentz. Wentz ain't playing anymore.
Hey, I think he's way better.
But look at their record.
They're 4-4 now.
This- That's what I'm saying, bro. They're like low key are like in the mix.
Yeah, but Einke brought McLaurin back to life.
Yes,
So if
he
you got
sure
scary- if
did.
You got scary
And you
Terry,
know who else he brought to life? Their what's his name? Running back for the Commanders, catchback.
Antonio Gibson.
Antonio Gibson became the catchback.
Yeah, 7 catches for 58 yards.
And it
and a
used to be
touchdown.
old dude for the longest time, last year and everything. Who's their backup? What's his name, bro? McKissick. Yeah, Jared.
He's still there, but
He used to be the
Gibson's
catchback
there.
forever, bro.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden Gibson came in and is like, nah, that's my role.
Correct. And he still rushed the ball 7 times too.
Yeah.
So Gibson's not the worst play.
I mean, D-Rob's is their one, I guess, 1-2 short yardage guy now? And
Yeah.
Robinson's just going to be their, Gibson's
yeah,
just
in
gonna
a
be
PPR league, I would rather have
Gibson all day.
for sure.
more potential all around.
Yeah, for sure. And then on the Colts side, yeah, I said Jonathan Taylor looks like a bust now.
Their offensive line
offense
is so
sucks.
bad,
They're
bro.
the consensus number 1 pick now.
They got rid of Hines going to Buffalo. That's kind of
Right.
scary.
Correct.
See, people they're sleeping on Hines this year because he hasn't done much of anything. He was also injured at one point, right when he came in to be the filler for JT. But last year before, I mean, this guy was a league winner for some people on that catchback and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. If you have in full PPR.
2 years ago, especially, dude, I think it was 2020, he was balling out of control.
Yeah.
I think Hines is a solid fit for Buffalo. They need a back that's capable of catching that rock for another, 40, 50 times from here on out. And I think that's solid, but there's another guy that's been catching a lot of fucking passes. I think Don picked him up low-key from the backfield for the Colts.
Deion Jackson.
Deion Jackson, bro.
Yeah, he had a good game when Jonathan Taylor and Hines were both out.
And see, I think what's the Ellinger, the QB?
Yeah.
I think that dude is locking in on his little RBs for some help, and I think that's I think that's why they were able to get rid of Hines. Like, oh, you need him? I got this guy now. Deion Jackson's a fucking
Check
beast.
down monster. The check down monster of all monsters. CMC.
CMC.
That's the next game, the Niners. I was all over that.
Cycle.
I'm never gonna die happy on that. Like, oh, you're right, but I should have.
AJ's right, low key though, bro. They do have a curse. The Texans and D Hop was damn lucky to get out of there. You are absolutely accurate with that. I forgot D Hop played there this whole time.
Bro, I love the Niners. That's my sneaky team.
The Niners are a sneaky
the sneaky team to get out of the NFC. Like I see them playing, if them or Dallas playing Philly.
The Niners own the Rams in the regular season. I don't understand.
But no, man, they're good, dude. They're good. Now that they have CMC.
Elijah Mitchell's going to be the back and running back.
He threw a touchdown pass.
Ben ran one.
But they know, again, if there's anything that they scheme well, it's going to be to get these open plays. That, I forgot who said it, but he's right. That threesome that they have might be the best at
yes.
Debo, Kittle,
what do you mean?
And CMC.
Yeah, I was about to say,
yes. That's hard to beat.
I was about to say foursome. We got Kittle, but yes, threesome.
Kittle's back now, for all intents and purposes. So, I mean, he only had 3 for 39 touchdowns.
He got a tug.
But he's getting his targets.
He's getting his red zone work and he's making the most of it. I think he's a solid start every week.
Correct. Ayuk is looking good too. 6 catches for 81 and a touchdown. Ayuk is looking like the man. The Niners offense is looking good.
They got rid of Jeff Wilson. That means Elijah, I think, is coming back probably pretty soon.
Correct.
And I'm telling you right now, if you think about Elijah and CMC in that backfield and the Wildcats that they're going to run, I still can't stop thinking about how Ed McCaffrey played with Shanahan's dad. And now CMC's playing with Shanahan's son. And I swear to you, I know they had to be on the field, dog, playing and kicking it, bro.
They stay healthy, man. I like the Niners a lot. I'm not as a fan, but I'm just liking them as a team that could come out of the NFC. Like
the second they got CMC, you can't knock them for not being the top in the NFC. You know, of course, you still got to talk about Eagles and the Cowboys, but right now, Niners, Cowboys, and Eagles.
Rams side, I'm concerned, man. If I'm a Rams fan, I'm concerned, dog. This team does not look the same as last year.
They don't.
Their offensive line is
they really
absolutely slattered. And it's like all they have is Cooper Kupp. I mean, again, he still gets his 8 catches for 79 yards and a touchdown. It looks like he avoided injury. He hurt his ankle, but I think he should be all right. He avoided structural.
We're talking about Cooper Kupp, how he got the last play of the game too. Like, what are you doing with him?
When you're already out, like Sean McVay acknowledged.
He felt so bad.
Yeah, he had structural damage to his leg because of that. Phew.
I just don't understand why it's even like you're down 2 score or 3 scores at the time. I think I don't remember exactly, but what's the point?
Yeah, the Rams look bad.
They look bad.
And they got to do something. I mean, maybe OBJ comes back and that'll help them out a lot, or the offensive line gets healthy. But they gotta shore it up right there. But the Rams, Matthew Stafford. I don't know. I don't know what to. I'm not gonna bury them. I don't think they're out just yet. Because again, they play in a division where they're right in it as well, so it's not like by any stretch they're out.
No, the Rams, I mean, look, dude, let's face it, they don't have a run game, bro. And so they become one-dimensional. And then the receivers, Allen Robinson is capable, don't get it twisted, but, like, he's not how, even Jefferson, dude, he balled last year, and now they had OBJ. Like, I think they end up getting OBJ back, to be honest with you, bro. They need to do something.
Right.
They need to do something because they're lacking a lot in offense, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
What'd they put up?
The 14. They scored in the second half.
Yeah.
That's
no.
nasty.
It's nasty.
Next game, the 2 more Seahawks-Giants. Seahawks winning 27-13. Raise your hand if you knew Geno Smith was going to be this good, dog.
You know what's crazy, dude? They won the first game against the Broncos, did the Seahawks, and then they lost, I think, 2 games in a row. And I was just like, yeah, they wrote me off. But I ain't right back. That looks so stupid now. And then now all of a sudden the guy's just winning and winning and winning again. And he's having a great year statistically even.
I was watching the stat that said something like, I think he has thrown in the NFL over Allen, over Mahomes, he's thrown the
highest percentage
of that too.
Of deep balls and blitzed or some shit.
Perfectly thrown balls that are like not. The term that the guy used, Dan Orlovsky, I like that dude.
Like what, highest probability catchers or something?
Where like the perfect passes, like from where he releases it to where it hits the receiver's hand,
right,
in that
exact moment.
The window of like catch probability, he's thrown the most of those. So it doesn't look like a fluke, man. Like Geno Smith.
No, it doesn't.
He looks like he's
Hey, that's pretty fucking nutty if you really think about it. That doesn't sound right, but it is.
Yeah.
But it is.
And you got Lockett and Metcalf. They'll be your guys. Lockett and Metcalf both scored. Right, they both get Lockett 5 for 63 and touchdown.
Dissy, their little tight end game. They have a couple that are more than capable.
And if you got Kenneth Walker up in there, he could be a league winner.
Walker's balling.
Walker's a beast.
What did he put up last week?
Only 1851 and a touchdown. And that seemed like it was a bad.
That was his worst game out though, but he still paid dirt. You know, like,
paid dirt.
yep.
He'll still get a couple catches for you here and there, but yeah, that dude it could be a league winner.
I'll take the Chubb. Sean, yes. Sean's a Dolphins fan. You might have missed that. Yes, bro. Getting Chubb on D. We talked about that earlier if you missed it. Dolphins are fucking scary. And not to go back in time, but
I love the
fuck.
Dolphins this week.
Yeah, we love Dolphins this
They're
week.
going to be on a high. I think I like them to score at least like 30 points this week.
Yeah.
Too. And then with the last two games,
Absolutely.
Packers Bills and then the Bengals Browns were the Monday night. But Packers Bills, 27-17. The Bills put it on.
This is the same thing for me as the Bucks game was for me. Like I thought, you know, Bills would demolish them. I thought they'd win by the spread. They didn't obviously cover,
Like
but
half a point.
yeah. But
No.
honestly.
The over-under was 45, and it's 27-17, 44.
And you almost felt like the Bills were letting off there at the end. You know what I mean? It was 27-10 at one point. Or no, I guess it wasn't actually. It was. Yeah, I think it was actually 27.
It was 24-7.
24-7.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
they scored
dude.
3 points second half. It's not really.
It kind of reminds me. Does it give you the same vibes like Bucks and Brady and Packers and Ray? Like they both have decent
Yeah, we
defenses.
talked about that.
They're both getting old.
Yeah. it was
But
like-
really, Tom Brady has weapons.
And Rodgers doesn't.
Rodgers doesn't.
Yeah, he got nothing.
Like imagine if Rodgers had Mike Evans, Godwin. Let's not talk about Julio Jones.
Yeah, 'cause I don't think throwing of the football. I don't think Rodgers.
He's not lacking
as
it.
lacking as.
No, Dobbs was
not
Dobbs
throwing
was
to the ground.
yeah, Dobbs was rookie dropped a couple of passes. I'm telling you, losing Randall Cobb, and we talked about this a few weeks ago. I go, Randall Cobb is not the fantasy guy you want.
No.
But he's the most reliable guy Aaron Rodgers had. Third downs, fourth downs,
First
late in the
downs,
games. It's
yeah.
always this guy, Randall Cobb.
Yeah, outside
Losing him, that was awful. For them to not go after someone. And here's the thing. Apparently, Chase Claypool was offered, the Steelers were offered a second-round pick for Chase Claypool as well.
The Bears made a better offer.
It's not the better offer, it was the both second-round picks, and we figured the Bears are probably going to have a worse record than the Packers, most likely, so you got to take your chances there, or maybe we're mad because that's the last time we went to the Super Bowl and we got our asses beat by the Packers. Maybe there's that there too, who knows, But there was something there where Chase Claypool, they were trying to go for him.
Yeah, you don't make a move. It's like, dog, give me some weapons.
I wish Claypool went to the
Aaron
Packers.
Jones does the same, 20 carries, 143 yards. He's balling, but outside of him,
And he's balling, and I think he's going to be utilized as a receiver more, not just out the backfield, but I'm talking about at this point, losing Randall Cobb, not getting anyone in the playoff in the trade mix. How do you not line this guy up as slot and put Dylan back there?
yeah, it looks like they gave up on the year maybe. At 3-5, you don't make a move. This is the squad you're going to keep running it out with. Good luck.
Who they play this week?
The Lions. In Detroit, I like the Lions. I'm not gonna bet on that one, but I like the Lions to maybe upset them. At this point, if the morale is done and they're like,
I have to go 1 week where I'm going all in on the Packers because I think that if they win this week, again, with the NFC's, who they have in their division, they got the Bears, they have.
Vikings 6-1. The division
So they gotta go.
lost.
So they gotta go for
They're
wild card,
yeah.
but still, then even
Yeah.
wild card, there's 3 nowadays. And then you look at the NFC South isn't gonna have a wild card out of that.
Yeah, no, their wild card chances are not done by any stretch.
Right.
The division's looking bad, but they
still play the-
Vikings too.
oh, they
lost
did
to
lose to the Vikings already.
Yeah. But if they beat them, they want to run. Yeah, you're right. They're not dead out of it.
I gotta see them against the Lions. If they don't
Yeah.
have this against the Lions, that's
Yeah.
wraps.
Oh, bro, the Packers are on that. They got the dude's got the shovel. He's just waiting to throw the dirt
Yeah.
on, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you win this week, you're like, oh, okay, we gotta put the shovel down.
Right,
You lose
right,
this
right.
week, go ahead, dog. It's a
Right,
wrap.
because you figure 4 and 5, go 5 and 5, all of a sudden it's like don't write them off. But yeah, they have to win against the Lions. That's a fucking fact.
Exactly, that's right. And then the last game of the week,
What's this real quick? Sorry, my fault. Prayed for the back door covered at the mosque.
Oh yeah,
Turkey.
that's right. I remember
Got the back door cover.
they did. We both posted a video for that one, and AJ got it, man. AJ got that one.
Yeah, he did. Like that.
I had it complete opposite, so I thought.
biggest underdog of Aaron Rodgers' career. So,
So I thought it was opposite. I thought Packers would start off decent, and then the Bills would just do their thing at the end. It was exactly opposite. Bills fucking shot out the gates, and then the Packers kind of backdoor covered in a sense. It wasn't really backdoor though. It was weird. They already had it covered like early on too. It was weird.
Yeah.
Just got to the point where the Bills didn't have to score, and it was just kind of, ironically, they wanted to not cover.
Not covered.
It's like, we already got this game. Let's not cover it.
And the last game, that was a surprise too. I mean, Browns just stomped out the Bengals 32-13. Who saw that coming?
I didn't post this one at all.
But then Jamar Chase was out, so you couldn't really.
That's exactly what I was about to say. In my mind, I said there's no Jamar Chase. That's like how, Herbert loses Keenan Allen. That's like if
Cleveland Browns don't get many Monday night home games, so the crowd was going to be rowdy. They were going to be.
Chubb balled. Amari Cooper fucking ball. Hey, Amari Cooper is a league winner. I'm telling you right now, bro. He's had 2 duds. But other than that, he's been balling, and this is with Deshaun coming back, bro.
Yeah, I like Amari Cooper a lot. 5 for 31 and a touchdown. He looks like
and he's had a couple touchdowns called off for offensive PI this year. Nick Chubb is a beast, bro.
23 for 101 and 2 touchdowns.
No Kareem Hunt trade.
No Kareem Hunt trade.
So that means they got insurance. I mean, this team is legitimately stacked enough. Garrett on the end, Ward as the DB. I mean, they're stacked enough. The Browns are stacked enough. With Deshaun Watson is no Mayfield, bro. He's the clutch guy who's gonna ball out of control. Go.
No, Deshaun is
He's top 5 right now.
Absolutely.
Even not playing all year, I still put him in the top 5.
He's fresh. He's fresh. He hasn't played in a while. Right now, Deshaun is a baller. Absolutely. So many times in Clemson when they won the national title.
Yes,
bro. I don't get into his personal situation, what he did.
I'm talking about him on the field. I don't care about him as a person.
Homie is an absolute baller.
Freak of nature.
Baller. And he has something. He has those. We talk about those intangibles, man. When the game is close.
He's the guy you want on the ball. He's clutch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's clutch.
He can run, he can pass, he's clutch, and that fucking team is scary, bro. Everyone, look at the odds on that motherfucker when you go to Vegas.
Another one of those. Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah, but even their fucking Ward, bro, their DB is a fucking shutdown. Doesn't get any credit, bro, because he's on the Browns, but he's like a Jalen Ramsey, bro.
Yeah.
This fool's you're not putting up points on this guy, bro. That's a solid fucking team.
Yeah.
It's a solid fucking team. Look at I want to find out on those too, because that would be the shit right there. That's probably like a 20-1.
If I'm in Las Vegas this weekend, that's what I'm gonna have to be looking at right there too. This weekend or next weekend, I gotta check out the schedule. But yeah, that's actually not bad at all.
It's not, bro. So that's all the games?
That's all the games.
All right, let's do this. Let's talk about tonight. What's the spread? We got Eagles and the Texans. They're in Houston, right?
In Houston, Philly favored by 2 touchdowns, 13.5.
Wow.
Some sites might be different or places. But yeah, about 2 touchdown favorite. So if you take the Eagles, you gotta hope that they win by.
Do me a favor.
2 touchdowns.
Can we look up what their wins are this year? Because I don't think they have.
45 over under. So if you do about, they're telling you 22.
They're talking 35 to 10.
29 to about 15. That's what Vegas is trying to tell you. That the Eagles are going to win 29 to 15.
Look at
the 44.
Look at the Eagles games for me, bro. They've been pretty tight. I mean, I know the Lions, they were tight week 1. There was one blowout, I think, week 2 on Monday night.
No, you're right. Well, the Vikings, they won 24-7. They beat the Lions by
38-35 week 1.
And they smashed out the Vikings and the Commanders 24-7 and 24-8. They only won by 8 to the Jaguars, 29-21. They only won by 3 to the Cardinals,
and then they smashed us, of course.
Yeah, and they only won by 9 to the Cowboys, 26-17.
With Cooper Rush.
And then, yeah, they dominated the, correct, they dominated the Steelers.
Don't say dominated.
Well, yeah.
They fucked us up, man. I got it.
Yeah, and then now this week. So you're right, actually, because it doesn't look that they haven't been necessarily like beating every team by 20
Right,
points.
like the games that I thought they would like blow out, they actually were close all game, and I only know this because I'm like, oh my god, it's a perfect game script. Why isn't Hurts going nuts right
And
now?
also, you know what, the guy Doug Kazarian on like that show, like on ESPN, they have the Daily Wager show. I remember watching him saying that they do definitely take their foot off. Like
They do every time. They benched everyone against my team, bro. I never seen this.
So that could be a little bit like they might be
8 minutes in the fourth quarter, right?
They take the lead out, they stop you out, and they kind of take the
Second quarter.
Kind of run the clock.
Remember this stat I gave you 3 weeks ago, bro. Second quarter, most points scored in the second quarter in like the history of the NFL, bro. Through the first 7 weeks. And what do you think they did against the Steelers? I think they put up 14 against us in the fucking second quarter this week. So this is like a first half. What's the first half now? 7.5?
7.5. They don't put the first half there, but they do have.
So this is what I like. I like Eagles over and 7.5 points max. I don't want if it's 8 or more. I'm not doing that shit because yeah, 7.5.
I'm going right here. I'm going to go.
Eagles.
I think Eagles stomp them out.
I do too.
I actually they cover. I don't like these spreads. I don't like 13.5. I think that they score at least.
So before you told me the spread, I said Eagles no matter what. But that 13.5 is a lot. I still think they win by more than 2 touchdowns. I definitely do. But I like the first half better, dude. They coming off so hot.
Like 31-10, something like that.
31-10?
31-10. I think they beat them by like 3 touchdowns.
I can see that.
And if
So you say under then? You just think Texans just won't have enough juice to put up some points?
You know what? Because I have Damian Pierce in the league, and I'm starting him, and I hope he finds the end zone somehow.
Right, but that might just be their only touchdown.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
And then if that,
The Eagles' defense is fucking getting better and better each week.
But
They
the
cause
only
and create
problem
havoc.
is that since they're at home. If this was in Philly, I wouldn't even like them to score a touchdown. I wouldn't even
Right,
like
but
them to be on the board.
it's also turf, right? It's indoor, it's turf.
In Houston, so
So let me tell you what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for first half. It's probably going to be what, 25, 24 points tops, 22 points
That
tops.
actually might be a lot. Eagles first half.
Eagles in the first half over. That's my move this week.
Lock it up.
Once we know the spreads, I'll tweet that shit.
Locked.
Hey, but I'm telling you, bro, this is how it is for me. It's like if I see that this team keeps scoring fucking 2 touchdowns in the second quarter every fucking game, their points they're scoring all year is kind of inflated because like even the guy you were referencing, that fourth quarter is usually slow for the Eagles, bro. It really is, bro. They haven't had to come back and win, so they let off 100%, bro. So yeah, that's mine. Over first half, Eagles -7.5.
Lock that actually too. Eagles first
Yeah, I like
half.
that.
Eagles will be up by at least 10.
To the second quarter, bro.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 14-3 end of the first. 14-3 end of the first. That's only 17 low key though. Over. What's the over in there? 22.
45.
No,
Oh,
over.
Yeah, like 22.
22, bro?
21, 22.
If it's less than 24, I want over, and if it's less than 8, I want Eagles. I think it should be on all that.
I like it. I like it.
I
it.
love that. That's
Even next
my
week.
pick.
I'm not. They don't have these spreads out. Oh, a little bit. But even for like next week, man, that we said it. I like early on. We said I like the Dolphins a lot, and I like
Dolphins
the
are.
Ravens a lot.
I love it. Ravens is my lock.
Ravens play the
That's
Saints
Monday night
on-
though, right?
They play on Monday night. The only favored by 2.5. Love the Ravens.
We'll be here Monday night at 3:00 Pacific Standard Time, talking about that fucking Baltimore game against Andy Dalton. If Andy Dalton gets the start, bro, I'm all in on the Ravens on that game, bro. I'm telling you right now. Bro.
First.
And I'm finding some prop bets on a
The
defensive
Dolphins
score.
only went to 4.5. They're only favored by 4.5 against the Bears. I guess money's coming on Chicago. They might like him, Chase Claypool. I like the energy for the Dolphins getting Bradley Chubb and those.
Yeah,
last
Claypool,
I checked-
man, he can't. Let's face it, bro. He can't just come in there and plug and
No.
shoot. You know.
They gave away their best defenders.
Yeah, Dolphins.
Waddle's still there. Tyreek Hill is there.
Dolphins are
Mostert's
deadly.
there. Tua's there. Dolphins are gonna mop here to here. I like the Dolphins, and I like the Ravens. Hopefully, I stick to
Love
that.
both of those two.
And hopefully I don't deviate, but that right there is the lock. Lock of the millennium.
What's the Bills Jets one?
Those Jets are favored by too much, 11.5. I'll give you goes quickly. You got Chargers playing the Falcons. Chargers favored by 3.
So actually, I like Falcons in that game. If
You like
there's
Falcons?
no Keenan Allen still,
No Keenan Allen,
I
no
like
Mike
Falcons.
Williams.
Yeah, see, I'm Falcons in that game.
I
Because I think if they win, it's going to be a late field goal, not to win it by 3, but like a late field goal to maybe 17 to fucking 16 type of a score type shit.
yeah, Dolphins Bears. I told you to love the Dolphins
Lock
Bears.
that.
Panthers Bengals. Bengals are favored by a touchdown against Panthers. Like them to win. Spreads are always funny, tough. Cause
I don't like that
Panthers
game at
backdoor
all
cover.
because the fucking somehow they're playing decent ball. Like,
Packers Lions. Packers favored by 3.5. Again, stay away, tough division game. But I would take
Packers
the,
are at home.
Lions are at home.
Oh wow!
So I would take the points. I would take the points with the Lions. Raiders going to Jacksonville. Raiders favored by 1.5. How can you trust the Raiders? How? They'll win this game. They'll stomp out the Jaguars, but there's no way I'm wagering not even one penny.
Yeah, you can't. 2 and
on
5.
that. Correct. And that's exactly. Just hope for fantasy purposes. Colts going to the Patriots. Love the Patriots. They're favored by 5.5. Again, just to win. Sneaky covers, whatever, but a young QB against Belichick.
That's a game I would tease though.
Definitely.
But young QB
versus
against Belichick.
Give me Belichick all day. To the Bills-Jets game, but Buffalo favored by 11.5. They should stomp out the Jets, but the Jets have been feisty.
It's a
They've been
divisional
games.
home game, you know.
Divisional home game. The Jets just lost the week before.
Bounce back.
Stay away.
I mean, this is the thing. If they even contend, then they're legit.
Correct.
And that's why I think the game could low key get out of hand.
Yeah, you're right. That's why. Yeah, tough. I can talk
It's
myself
tough
into
though.
them.
Yeah, it's tough though.
Vikings going to the Commanders. Vikings only favored by 3. Again, one of those. They made the good trade. They got Hawkinson, morale high. They're going for it.
I'm
like the Vikings.
actually really I'm high on that. 3 points.
Only 3.
Yeah, I like that.
Washington.
Vikings -3 against the Commanders. And
Washington.
is it a 10 o'clock game?
10 o'clock game.
Yeah, see, I like that even more. It's Kirk Cousins during 10 a.m., dude.
Correct. Love that.
Love that.
Exactly. Seahawks going to the Cardinals. Arizona only favored by 2. Like the Cardinals.
I was just about to say, I like the Cardinals.
They
I
just
think
played a
they
few weeks
win.
ago.
They-
Seattle won. They split the season series.
yeah, they're not getting swept by Seattle.
The first time they played them without D-Hop.
Yeah,
Now
but
D-Hop's
they have
back.
Hollywood, so
I like that a lot.
yeah, I can't see it any other way.
Another sneaky big game that I just stay away from.
I actually really like that a lot. Cardinals are at home too.
At home. Cardinals.
Yeah, I like Cardinals. Lock
Yeah.
that too, bro. Lock
Rams at Buccaneers. Buccaneers are favored by 3. That's a show me game.
I can't touch
Rams
that.
look not touching it with the 10
that. I
foot
can't.
Can't.
I just
Rams,
can't.
what are you going to bring? Buccaneers, what are you going to bring? It seems like a desperate for both.
I think the Bucks match up really well against the Rams.
I
Though.
just love this. And those are the games where, again, the degenerate gambler in me wants to bet on everything. But no, you don't have a read. Stay away and just watch the drama of it
But
all.
let's talk about it. Here's the honest to God read for me. The defense on the Bucks matches up better than the Rams defense matches up against the Bucks offense.
No, I mean I can see that. And
Like, you see what I'm
Tom
saying?
Brady
Like-
completely back against the wall, completely counted out now. We're done. We're toast.
I can't touch that. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's untouchable.
You know? Then Titans Chiefs.
It's in Tampa.
It's in Tampa.
I can't touch
Titans go to Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 12.5. Kind of a big spread, but Mahomes on Sunday.
that.
Mahomes in
Hold on
prime
a
time.
second. Hold on a
Give
second.
me Mahomes.
Titans are what, 5-3 now, or 4-4?
5-2.
5-2.
5-2. But if the rookie quarterback is playing, give me the Chiefs all day. This is Pat Mahomes in prime time.
Titans have had sneaky defense. I still think the Chiefs are a little bit overrated. I know it sounds crazy to say, but I
Because
really
I don't
do.
like the 12.5.
I don't like that
I don't
amount
like
of points.
12.5. Stay away from it. But
I would
the Monday
tease
night
that
game,
to 6.5.
That could be the play.
I would tease that to 6.5, a 7-point win, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. And then cover
That's
it.
a Sunday night game?
Sunday night game.
Oh yeah, dude, I love that actually.
Mahomes.
Primetime Mahomes, you know they're gonna help him out all they can. Just tease that shit down to 6.5.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm all day on that one.
And then the Ravens Saints, as we talked about. Ravens, give me the Ravens
Yeah,
all
no.
day. 2.5. I love the Ravens in that game.
That's my lock of the week based upon Andy Dalton in primetime, bro. Just look his fucking stats up. The guy, as a Saint, threw 3 interceptions, 2 of them for touchdowns just 2 weeks ago in the first half.
I'm gonna put a parlay out there. I'm gonna put it on wax right now, so hopefully I listen to it and then I'm happy next week as long as I don't deviate. I'm taking the Ravens. I'm
100%.
taking the Cardinals. I'm taking the Vikings. I'm
100%.
taking the Patriots. I'm taking the Dolphins. Those 5 teams right there, I'm taking. I think I'm taking the Chargers.
Wait,
too.
who are the Patriots playing again? I'm so sorry.
The Colts at home. The Colts
Yeah,
at
but
home.
like we talked about that. Yes, backup
And then the
QB.
last game, I'm gonna take
My
the
cat's
Chargers
trying to-
as well.
Come on, bro.
For the 16 parlay, but then I'm
pushing
gonna take them out because I think Chargers could lose.
I don't like that
Keenan
game at
Allen,
all.
no
Don't
Mike
even
Williams.
touch that game. They're missing their best 2
No, but
wideouts.
I like Herbert because the worst pass defense in the NFL.
I know, but you're also missing your 2 top dogs. Okay.
But Herbert's got to show me something.
And who's his receivers catching the ball?
That's just Eckler, I guess.
Their running back is their receivers catching the ball.
That's it.
If you can't tell me who their receivers are, there ain't no way you
But
put that in
Joshua
your.
Palmer, Gerald Everett.
Okay, fine. Palmer's been balling in the place of him. I'll keep it real
Yeah.
with that. Gerald Everett's tight end has not really been balling in my eyes.
He's
He had
not
a couple
balling,
good games
but
all year.
He's all
You
right.
can't add that in your parlay. Who they play?
The Falcons.
No, you can't. Falcons
The
will
Falcons-
fuck around and win that game, bro.
Falcons have the worst defense in the NFL.
The Falcons have also mustered up 4 games and have kept it close all fucking
might
year. They're
lead
4-4.
Which might lead me to just the over as I talk myself into it.
Yeah, there you go. I like over on that parlay with
Yeah, they'll
that.
score
That's
some
fine.
points.
That's fine. I still think they're gonna have trouble, bro. Didn't the fucking Falcons just go 17-16 in the Commanders or some shit? Wasn't it? Oh no, I'm tripping. That was
Colts.
Yeah, my fault.
And the Chargers-
Yeah, I don't mind the over, but don't touch that Chargers game in that parlay.
Yeah, no, yeah, the receivers
too
are gonna be
sketchy.
kind of sus.
Yeah,
Mike
that's
Williams
too
is
sketchy.
injured, and Keenan Allen.
And they're giving points.
Yeah, they're favored by 3. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're giving points.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I like the first 4 you said. Was it 4?
5.
Yeah, I like the first 5 you said.
I got that Ravens, Dolphins,
Cardinals,
Vikings, Patriots.
And Patriots. I
And
love
then
those.
Let's see next week.
I love those.
Hopefully we smile on it. If we don't, we're gonna commiserate on what didn't go well. Like, damn.
No, we booking that and we fucking running with that and we're just gonna.
Let's go.
Without further ado, man, we want to say thank you. Do you say without further ado when you're about to close out?
You can.
I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense.
No, I think when you're introducing. something.
Yeah, right? It's more of like an intro.
Yeah.
Like, without further ado, let's talk about the game.
Or I think just to close out. What would be
Onside kicking it. No, man, on a serious note, though, we
Thank
just
you so
want
much for tuning in.
Yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Again, if you're on here watching, whether it's live or even the recording afterwards, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on all platforms. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. It's at Onside Kicking It. Just like it's spelled, just like it sounds. Enjoy Thursday Night Football, man. Fun on a
We
Thursday
love
night
you guys.
special.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
We love you.